we're a good team. We're not a bunch of good individuals, and I think we've done they've done their own thing a little bit too much in the last couple games, and maybe we're not ready to compete for a regular season championship. We're probably not, but we have 4 conference games, awfully tough ones, and a bracket buster. We're going to keep working and keep getting better and see if we can be a better team than what we were tonight going into St. Louis.
Greg, can you talk about Missouri State's defense? They did a good job cutting off the lane in particular, and it seemed like you guys had a lot of trouble trying to adjust to that.
Maybe we forced the issue a little bit. They play completely in the paint against Jake, and he's used to that kind of stuff. They switched a lot. They switched up some defenses, and I didn't think it really had us confused or out of sync. I just thought Manny hit those first 2 threes right away, and in the first half I thought we shot too many threes, and we didn't get the ball in the paint enough, and we didn't finish at all. We did not finish at the rim. You're looking at all the interior shots that we had. We didn't finish a lot of them. We didn't get to the free throw line as much as we needed to, and at the defensive end, we've doubled them in fouls. We foul way too much, not finishing possessions, and we weren't in sync and playing as one on the defensive end. I wasn't as concerned about our offenses as I was at the other end.
What do you think was? Where do you put your finger on that? Was it something that Missouri State did to keep you off balance, or just something effort on your part defensively that allowed them to score?
Defense? Yeah. Well, they did a good job. You know, they tried to spread us out and attack us off the dribble. We missed Shear a couple times, the one guy you really don't want to miss, and he hits a couple threes. I thought they got a couple putbacks that were crucial, but you can't guard them at the free throw line. I mean, they got 20 points at the line, and you know, you get beat by 2 on the road. If you cut that in half, you're doing okay. But you have to play better, and you have to play much cleaner on the defensive end on the road to have a chance to win.
Did a pretty good job on Downing, but Marshall got away from him a little bit.
Good player. He's a good player, and we knew it. We just like Missouri State, switching on ball screens. Our guys do a good job of keeping him in front, but he's got an uncanny knack of just getting you off your bounce a little bit and hitting that leaner. But you're going to have to live with that because you have to be worried about Downing. He can have the ball in his hands at the end of possessions, and you know, I think him doing that and him getting that, I thought Christian Kirk just killed us in the first half. And that can't happen. He came in and had 10 points in 8 minutes, and he was a huge spark for him. But their guys just did a really good job. They were determined tonight and earned it. They definitely deserved to win.
Is this, I guess, a learning moment? It's a painful learning moment, but this team needs to learn how to play more consistently, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I told them. You know, you're tied for first going into the game, and are we ready? You know, are we ready to be one of those upper tier teams? And I know we're a good team, you know, but these are 18 to 22-year-old guys. I try to tell people that are disappointed like me when we have a loss. I think we talked about it today. Sometimes you have a bad day at work, and sometimes you just don't play. Sometimes you don't do as well at work or do well in a game that you'd like to. And Coach Waltman, what he always used to say is, you know, them guys at the other end, they're trying to win too. And they did. Those guys were really, I thought they fought awfully hard. Now competed us a little bit tonight, and that's the most disappointing thing to me.
Is that what people forget a lot when they talk about bad losses in the league and stuff like that? These other teams aren't just going to lie down.
This isn't a bad loss. This is a good basketball team, a very well-coached basketball team. Southern Illinois, you know, you lose at Southern. We lost at Drake. We lost at Illinois State. Those teams are all good teams, and they show that by beating other teams in the league. It's just we've been fortunate enough already to win some close ones ourselves. We got 9 wins in the league. We're doing okay. But to contend for a championship, you have to be better night in and night out. And certainly our consistency, you know, you have no seniors, but we do have some good leadership on this team. But it starts at the top, and that's with me. And I got to do a better job of getting these guys a little more locked in. Again, we've had good practices. I've really been pleased with our practices, but we just haven't taken it to the floor the last 2 games.
Did Jake tweak his hip somewhere in there? And if so, you know, what comfort level did he have in the second half?
I think he was okay. I mean, he had great numbers. He fought hard. You know, he's always going to compete, and we just got to get some of those other guys to, you know, he dives for that loose ball right there to start the half, and 4 of our guys are standing there watching an all-conference player and your best player dive on the floor, and nobody else is running to him. So that's kind of, you know, a little bit of the issue with us. So all 5 of those guys got to be flying around and making effort plays. These games like this, they're won on a bounce here, a bounce there, an offensive rebound, and Missouri State got more loose balls and got more of those 50-50 balls than we did.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.